Do you want to make a full-time income from home? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can start making $3,000 per month as a Fiverr copywriter with no experience. Welcome to the Peak Performance channel, the place where you come to be inspired to create a more prosperous future. Fiverr is an online marketplace where people can offer their services for gigs starting at just $5. And while there are many different types of gigs available, one of the most popular and in demand is copywriting. And the great thing about Fiverr is that you don't need any experience to get started. All you need is a willingness to learn and a desire to succeed. Of course, to be successful on Fiverr, you need to know how to market yourself and your services. But don't worry, in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So if you're ready to start making a full-time income from home, watch this video now. Step 1. Planning and researching. To be a successful copywriter on Fiverr, you need to understand all the different types of copywriting that exist on Fiverr. Copywriting is a term that means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. This can make it difficult to decide what services to offer for sale on Fiverr, and even more difficult to find buyers who need those services. However, there are many different types of copywriting services that can be useful for a variety of buyers. So it's worth taking the time to research what you can offer. It's a good idea to specialize in one type of copywriting on Fiverr. This way you can get more 5-star ratings for your work and be seen as an expert in that field. This will help you build authority and popularity as a seller. There are a lot of types of copywriting that are currently popular on Fiverr. These include writing for Facebook ads, ad copy, viral content, marketing emails, sales emails, prospecting emails, sales copy, website content, product descriptions and business slogans. So do some research on different types of niches. Narrow it down to 2 or 3 categories that interest you the most. Step 2. Learn to write copy. Now that you know which types of copywriting services are offered on Fiverr, it's time to learn how to write good copy. The hardest part about copywriting is getting started. Sometimes it can be hard to come up with ideas and to put words on the page. It can be hard to stay inspired and to write consistently. That's why it's important to have a writing routine that works for you. Find a time and place where you can focus on your work and produce quality content. It's important to practice a lot in the early days. In your spare time, try writing things that interest you and also writing things that are outside of your comfort zone. This is because as a copywriter, you'll be getting a lot of projects from businesses that are new to you or people who have new ideas. Having a writing habit is very important when you start to get multiple orders every week. If you get an order a day or multiple orders a day, you need to learn how to be able to sit down and pump out thousands of words quickly. Not only do you need to produce good quality copy, you also need to make sure that the copy sounds good and is relevant to what your buyer wants it for. One of the most important things you can do to become a good writer is to read a lot. Read books, articles and anything else you can get your hands on. Because by doing this, you will subconsciously learn from the other great writers and improve your own writing skills. This will help you improve your writing skills and learn how to write in a unique way. Step 3. Create your first gig. You've already done your research and figured out what type of copywriting is in demand on Fiverr. You've also started building a good writing habit. So what's next? Well, if you're feeling up for it, it's time to create your first gig. There are 2 important things to focus on when creating your first gig and to help you make sure that your first gig is going to make an impact. First is, make sure that your gig is seen by the right people. Make sure that you're using the correct keywords in your title and description. And you should also use relevant keywords and keyword phrases that buyers who are interested in your services are likely to be searching for. And finally, make sure that your gig accurately fits into categories that potential buyers will be looking for. The second important step is figuring out how much to charge for your first gig. Now, you don't want to charge too little and not make any money, but you also don't want to charge so much that people won't be interested. So do some research on what other people are charging for similar services, and then you'll find a price that's fair for both you and your customers. Now, when you're starting out as a seller, I believe that you should start by offering your services for $5. This is a bare minimum, and it will help you get started. You want to get as many orders as possible for a low price so you can entice buyers to come in and pay for your services. And when you get those orders, you want to do your best to make sure you're getting 5-star ratings, which in turn will help you get more orders in the future. Now here's a quick reminder before we continue. Make sure you smash the like button and hit the subscribe and notification button if you haven't already done so. It means that YouTube sends you more of these kinds of videos, and it also helps our channel as well. Now let's get back to the video. Step 4. Assess yourself. You've done a lot of work to get ready to sell your skills on Fiverr. You've researched what types of services people are buying, taken some courses on how to be a good seller, and started building a writing habit. Hey, you've even created your first starter gig for just $5. Now what? Well, after a few months of your first Fiverr gig being live, what you should be doing is a self-assessment. The first thing you should do is look and see if you have received any orders or interest for your first gig. And if the answer is no, then you might want to change your gig's subject line and description to make it easier to find on Fiverr. If you've been using the right keywords, gig tags and optimizing your gig for Fiverr searches, but you're still not getting the orders you want, then it might be time to change your keyword strategy a little bit. Second, if the first gig is successful, it's time to consider publishing your second gig. And a second gig after your first one has gained traction and opens up a lot of opportunities. You want to get a second gig as soon as possible after your first gig starts doing well, and it will keep the ball rolling and help you continue to make money. Step 5. Scale and expand your business. Now that you have a couple of gigs under your belt, it's time to start your marketing campaign for the second one. You'll want to follow the same steps as before, but this time you can expect more people to be interested in what you have to offer. You want to think about what other services you can offer to make more money, and this can be something related to your second job or something completely different. One of the best things about Fiverr is that there are so many different types of categories. In step 1, you already have a list of all the different types of categories that are available. This will help you start learning new copywriting skills in new categories gradually and slowly. Keep creating and offering new services. Offering more services is one way to scale your business. And the great thing is that as your gigs become more popular, you'll be generating more and more traffic. And that means that your earnings will gradually start to increase. Thank you for being all ears throughout the entire video. To create his effort, to copy his genius, Albert Einstein. And if you want to expand your income by building an online income, feel free to contact me so we'll get things moving right away. And remember, if you want to change your life, let's make a change together, because you need to make a change.